So for your inquiry projects, making your presentations, I wanted to show you guys what I created for a presentation for an inquiry topic that I decided to look more into, and that is narwhals. So what I did was I put my 3 questions into my presentation, but I wanted to start from the beginning. The first thing I did was, what do narwhals look like? And what I did is I uploaded 2 photos. This is actually a adult narwhal. The top picture and the bottom picture is a baby narwhal. So I decided to investigate this topic a little more because I don't know a whole lot about these animals. And I also find them very interesting looking, and I thought that I would enjoy looking more into them. Also, Elf is one of my favorite movies, and there's a narwhal in that movie. So I thought that it would be kind of cool to see and learn more about what this animal does, because it's not really one that I learned a whole lot about in school. So what I did was I uploaded 2 pictures because there's some people that may have never seen a narwhal or even know what it is. So especially if you're working on an animal or a plant or something that maybe people don't know about, make sure that you include some pictures. You might even want to say, what does this thing look like? As one of your questions, and put pictures. And then what I did is I put as you can see over here, I put up here in all 3 of these slides over here, one of my questions. So my first question was, do all narwhals have tusks? And then I took the answers that I found in my research and I put them into this slide. So no, they don't all have tusks. Some of them have 1, some of them have 2, and some of them have none. So then I also went into a little more detail about this question. I could have said, no, not all of them have tusks. It's usually males that have tusks, like I say in this paragraph, but I go into a little more detail and I say, but it can also be up to 10 feet, and it helps them sense changes in their environment. I wanted to include that because I figured that their tusks were used to protect themselves from predators, but that's really not true. It actually has a ton of nerves in them, and those nerves help them sense changes in their environment. So maybe if a predator is coming or prey that they can go find and eat to help them survive. And then I also put a couple of fun facts in here, things that I thought were very interesting and things that my audience would want to know about. For my second question, I put, can narwhals breathe above and below water? Because I know that there's some water animals that they have lungs, so they can breathe above water, but they can also hold their breath for a really long time. And I was wondering if this was one of those animals. And that's true. They can actually stay underwater for about 20 minutes and they can dive up to a mile deep. But they do have to come back up above water to breathe. And I expanded on this question just like I did the other one, and I talk about where they live. So they live in very cold water by these specific countries. For my third question, I put, what threats do narwhals face? Because I was thinking narwhals are pretty big. If you look at these pictures up here, that's a big animal. Even the babies are big with their big tusk. And so I wanted to know, what kind of predators do they have? What threats do they have? And I found out that killer whales are actually the predators of narwhals, but they actually really don't come after them very often. And the things that really impact the narwhals are human impacts on the ocean and climate change. And when I say human impact, I mean that there could be hunters trying to get their tusks, or boats spilling gasoline into the ocean, or oil spills, but also climate change. So the ice melting is affecting their environment too. So if you guys notice, what I did was I don't have a lot of detail in my slides in regards to having pictures or pretty designs. So what I want you guys to do today is focus on putting in all your information, and then tomorrow you can decorate it more.